Hello, Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Understand what is going on in Nigeria is none of my business. But my business is to make you understand the hidden things that is going on that you are not aware of. Now, most of you must have heard about the Lakurawa, a new terrorist group in Nigeria, how they are terrorizing and so on and so forth. But how many of you know that this Lakurawa was invited by APC federal government? Is this shocking to you? Federal government of Nigeria invited terrorist group under their watch. They approve it. They allow local communities to bring them from foreign countries. They are not Nigerian. They were brought into Nigeria. And they said they came to fight insecurity. How can terrorists fight terrorists? And now everybody is shouting. Now, this information was first leaked in the year 2017 when Lakurawa came to Nigeria. They have been in Nigeria for 7 years. They were hiding it. Buhari and his cohort were hiding it. Now, it busted yesterday when this Professor Osman Yusuf was on Arise News, and he made the exposition of it that this Lakurawa terrorist was invited under the nose of Nigeria Intelligence Agency. The reason why I want you to watch this video and understand it is because most of the southern governors, southeast governors, southwest, they are sleeping. They don't know what is going on. Now, the reason why everyone is not trying to speak is because France base is coming to the north. The dangerous time are ahead of us. I want you to listen to this video. Why you come back, let us deliberate the consequences of allowing these terrorists to have stayed for 7 years and what it means for France military base to be sighted where these terrorists are.
I had the other day the spokesperson of the defense headquarters in Nigeria saying, in his press briefing, say Lakurawas, they are new, they are related to the coup in Niger. Hello, Mr. Spokesperson, you should know better. This Lakurawa, as we know today, have been around in this country, a sovereign Nigeria, non-state actors from Mali or from wherever came to Nigeria. They've been here for 7 years. 7 years, since 2017, at the invitation of local communities to help them fight bandits, to help them do the job that security services could not do. They came under the nose of the federal government, under the nose of the state government, under the nose of all security services, under the nose of all our intelligence services. And now all of a sudden we are doing this. The question to ask Nigerians should be asking is, why did we allow a non-state actor to come into Nigeria, settle, and continue its activities for the past 7 years? And why all of a sudden are we saying, oh, Lakurawa, 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 just to give a reason for France to come in? That is the only reason. Fellow Nigerians, you can never stop this Lakurawa, Boko Haram, and all these bandits, all these terrorists, if you don't have good relationship with your neighbors. Not France. Bringing France in is going to make us into a hotbed for terrorism, is going to make us poorer, is going to make us second-class citizens. They will open a base in Katsina State and be digging our gold, and I cannot go there as a person from Katsina. We've seen that in Niger, we've seen that in Mali. This is what they have been doing. So fellow Nigerians, we should open our eyes. We in the north will vigorously resist any attempt by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government to allow foreign military bases on our soil. End of story. I don't know how else to say it.
Positive way after that. So my question to you is that how will you want President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to embrace France, which, as you were reminded earlier, is our biggest trade partner in the EU, as we are their biggest trade partner, in Africa. Don't forget, sir, that Emmanuel Macron was in Nigeria in 2018, received by former President Buhari in Abuja, and received by former Governor Akinwumi Ambode in Lagos. Beautiful relationship on display. Before then, Olusegun Obasanjo, General, was the president when democracy returned at that time, had Jacques Chirac in Abuja. He went to France too, the same way that Bola Tinubu has gone to France, was also very warmly received, and business relationship developed. Why do you think that it will be a different case with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president, given the fact that not just trade, but core component of the relationship that is being built is the security angle. You made reference to LACRA and the dangers that they portend. If there will be ways in which we can work with France to stem that tide, wouldn't you encourage it?
Right, and that's the scary part, Steve. If France could help any country with security, why didn't he help Mali? Why didn't he help Niger? Why didn't he help Burkina Faso? Why didn't he help Chad? It's been there forever. Their troops have been there forever. You think it didn't help them with all their bases? It's going to help you? Steve, let's wake up. Only Nigeria can help itself by liberating itself from these colonial forces that are doing nothing but stirring trouble in the Sahel. Doing nothing but stirring trouble in the Sahel. So for anybody to think France is coming to help us with security is deluding himself. The biggest problem we will have is this. And this is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his misfiring of how to handle the situation after the coup in Niger is the one increasing more insecurity coming to Nigeria. Because Niger and Chad and Cameroon, they've been doing a lot of heavy lifting on our behalf, fighting Boko Haram and bandits and ISWAP. Now, you're not going to talk to them, you're fighting them, they lift their feet off the brakes, and these guys roll in. France is not going to help you with that. The only thing that will help you with this LACRA nonsense, this optic we are seeing in LACRA is suspect. I'll tell you. I had the other day the spokesperson of the defense headquarters in Nigeria saying, in his press briefing, say LACRAs, they are new, they are related to the coup in Niger. Hello, Mr. Spokesperson, you should know better. These LACRA, as we know today, have been around in this country, a sovereign Nigeria, non-state actors from Mali or from wherever came to Nigeria. They've been here for 7 years. 7 years, since 2017, at the invitation of local communities to help them fight bandits, to help them do the job that security services could not do. They came under the nose of the federal government, under the nose of the state government, under the nose of all security services, under the nose of all our intelligence services. And now all of a sudden we are doing this. The question to ask Nigerians should be asking is, why did we allow a non-state actor to come into Nigeria, settle, and continue its activities for the past 7 years? And why all of a sudden are we saying, oh, LACRA, just to give a reason for France to come in? That is the only reason. Fellow Nigerians, you can never stop this LACRA, Boko Haram, and all these bandits, all these terrorists, if you don't have good relationship with your neighbors. Not France. Bringing France in is going to make us into a hotbed for terrorism, is going to make us poorer, is going to make us second-class citizens. They will open a base in Katsina State and be digging our gold, and I cannot go there as a person from Katsina. We've seen that in Niger, we've seen that in Mali. This is what they have been doing. So fellow Nigerians, we should open our eyes. We in the north will vigorously resist any attempt by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government to allow foreign military bases on our soil. End of story. I don't know how else to say it.
All right, now you watch to the end of this video. You see, time without number, I used to tell people that what we have in Nigeria, this APC government, is just a terrorist government and there is no two ways about it. Have you ever seen me talking against anybody who is agitating? Be you who you are. Because there is a proof, there is every reason for someone to agitate to leave this country. There is every reason for someone to agitate to leave this country. How can a sovereign state, then the government will allow them to invite terrorists, to fight terrorists? A devil cannot fight devil, the kingdom will not stand. These people know what they are doing. They are not inviting terrorists to fight terrorists because of insecurity. They are doing this because of sole plan of Islamization. And what is Nakurawa teaching? teaching so strict Islamic teachings that this is what you must do that. All of them are backing up this Sharia. You know, I stand to be corrected, but there is no reason. If these people don't want Nigeria divided, there is no reason for you to invite terrorists into your country. And that is why I support every movement of Odudu, every movement of Biafra, no matter who is doing it. I, Okocha Happy Mase, I am in support of them. Because no sane person, no reasonable person on earth will fold his hand, watch what is going on in Nigeria, see everything going on and say, oh, let us pray to God, or let us keep quiet and allow all these things to be going on. Meaning you are insane and you are stupid. You are stupid to think that Nigeria is going to get better with all these things. What is their plan? Professor Osman is just telling you that you can't defeat Nakurawa, you can't defeat Boko Haram, you can't defeat ISWAP with all these things. They have come to stay. We are living in bondage. But let me tell you the simple truth. Only the people will liberate themselves. Not even the government, not anybody. The people must stand to the responsibility and the occasion. Defend yourself by all means. As I used to say, you have a right to live. If the government has the guts to sponsor insecurity against the people, you have a right to live. Professor Osman made this revelation on Chinese television. You know, sometimes if I tell you that the information we have in our disposal, if we reveal it to you, you will leave Nigeria. But sometimes we don't speak because they might come and say, where do you get your evidence? And the right source you get your information might even deny you that he did not give it to you. So we allow these things to come to the national television before we voice out. And that is the situation we have today. Use your brain. There is no nation called Nigeria. Nigeria is sold out. It's entirely another entity. So it's either you stay there, you die, you become slave, or you agitate for your freedom.
Some few years ago, I warned that the armed forces are either not capable or unwilling to protect us, and that we must defend ourselves. The first denial of what I said came from the Ministry of Defense. They said I was lying. And they set up a kangaroo board of inquiry to investigate the truth or otherwise of what I spoke. And they invited me to come and testify. I did not go. They wrote their report which said that I was only speculating, that there was no evidence. And now there is evidence. The whole country now is being run and overrun. They are trying to recolonize us and take over our land. Can I allow you to defend yourselves? Your Majesty, you've heard what they've said. You must then unite our people. A lot of the attacks that I got was from our people. They said I told them to defend themselves. I didn't give them arms. I will not give you arms. Find out how these people who have it got it. Use the same means. Use the same means to defend you, to defend yourselves.